Well, welcome back to another episode of the Buffalo Happy Hour. Mike, what do we got on deck for today?
Oh, Derek, in today's episode, we have another shout out to the sponsors. We have a useless fact, a question of the day, and then we're going to go off the rails because we will continue to drink. What are we drinking?
As soon as you start feeding us some whiskey, I mean, this is only 90 proof. This isn't heavy stuff, but I had this open.
to us.
Yeah, I know, right? I had this open, and I'm like, we should probably finish it since it's so low. Since we crushed this at my wedding, but there's already only like an eighth left. We gotta keep drinking, bud. You want to pour a little bit more?
Yeah, and then I'm pulling up this episode's useless fact for us before we touch on the question of the episode. So you want to hammer topic sponsors?
Yes. So, Addie's, thank you so much for being an episode sponsor. Always and forever, we love you. Your logo is right here. Queen City Creative Works, thank you so much for being a sponsor of the episode. They are basically an Etsy shop on steroids. If you want to basically have anything made, I mean, our table is made by them. We have coasters made by them. We have a bottle opener over by Mike made by them. You can have them make basically whatever you want. If you're into prints, they also do and sell individual prints that you can buy. So go hit them up, queencitycreativeworks.com. They can make whatever you want, and you will enjoy it. I can almost promise you that. So go over to queencitycreativeworks.com.
Today's useless fact. You are going to laugh. When United Airlines baggage handlers broke a musician's valued guitar and then spent a year refusing to pay for repairs, he wrote a song called United Breaks Guitars. That got over 16 million hits on YouTube, reportedly caused United stock to sink 10%, and finally forced them to pay $3,000 in compensation.
So it would have just been better for them to pay up front. Their stock sunk 10%. That's pretty huge.
Huge. I mean, that's
Who was the
insane.
musician?
They didn't say.
Well, YouTube it.
What?
United Breaks Guitars, bro. We already have the song name.
Let's see. I'm not going to click it to give him another view. He's already gotten paid. It came. It was the third search on YouTube.
Everyone listens.
It's under Sons of a Maxwell. So it
like
has 22 million views so far. DaveCarrollMusic.com. So Dave Carroll is the guy's name. Potentially.
I don't like how your phone listens to you. I know this is kind of old news because we knew this already, but your phone listens to you, and I don't really like it. Like I was talking to Gina about something. What was I talking to her about? And then I went to Google it, and I clicked on the Google search, and that was the first recommendation. This is weird.
You want to know what's also strange? I had, do you remember when I was talking to you about trying to find a old workout video where it was a guy screaming at kids and it was hysterical? Mm-hmm. It was last night I sent you the reel of it. Mm. Did you watch it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Did I? My phone's inside right now.
I don't even know if I sent it to you. I'm convinced I did because
I did watch all of yours, so if you did send it to me, normally I don't watch yours, but today I'm just kidding. Normally I do watch them, but they're like a day or two late.
The Cowboys signed a kicker from the Patriots to their practice squad.
I saw that. Dude missed 4 straight extra points. I mean, you're bound to not be on the team anymore.
Okay, so let me see if I sent it to you. Because
Jerry Jones doesn't care.
I did send it to you.
Which one is it? Show me the picture. I don't think I did see that.
Okay. So
you sent it to me last night?
Yeah. So I also sent a bunch last night. So but they're all hilarious.
True.
So there was I couldn't find that video for the life of me cuz it hit YouTube years ago. And what I would search for was like kids motivational workout. And then obviously other stuff will come up. I'm like, no. So then I remembered like a couple lines, and I searched those specific lines, and I was telling Colleen, it's this guy that was screaming at kids. It was so funny. I can't remember his name. I don't know anything about the guy, but it's definitely gonna be me when I'm like 50. So I'm scrolling, like 300 reels go by over the course of like 3 weeks, right? And it came up. And I click the comments, and I'm like, somebody's got to make a comment about this guy. And then I finally found his name, and then I searched his name in YouTube, and it was right there. And I was like, wow, now I'm able to find it on YouTube. So I bookmarked and saved the reel, so I'll never have the issue again. But now I know how to find him on YouTube as well. So, and
What's his YouTube name?
It's The Ultimate Warrior.
Oh, okay.
And he actually passed away of a heart attack, unfortunately.
Oh, rip.
But he was I'll play a snippet of it before we get shut down. He just screams at kids.
52 fucking years I've been on this fucking planet. Fuck. You know what they're gonna tell you when you want to go to the fucking big stadiums? 100,000 people. I fucking can't.
Jesus Christ! No wonder why he had a heart attack.
So the
dude is insane.
So the kid's like 15, and he's asking this kid to pull the weight sled on concrete, right? Like it's not even turf. And he's like, it's a circuit workout, and he's running him through it. He's actually a fantastic motivational speaker, and this kid is like, I can't. And he goes, what do you mean you can't? And then he erupts. And he goes, imagine you're a professional athlete in a stadium surrounded by 100,000 people, and you're standing midfield, and you look at everyone and yell, I can't. Is that what you're going to do? No, move the weight. You know what I mean? Like, that's a fantastic reference. And he's just going off the rails screaming at these kids.
That's so funny.
So
what a dumpster fire.
I'll send you the actual video from YouTube to you, but because the reel is kind of, it's like chapters 2 to 9 instead of 1 through 10. It is so funny. But so I finally found it because I was talking to Kelly, my phone listened to me. Long story short. So, oh, golly. You'll have to censor almost all of that, but it was hysterical.
Nah, it's free range. We're not getting paid anyway, so who cares?
Well, dude, we're being broadcasted.
Yeah, who cares?
So, all right. Question of the day.
Hit me with it.
It's ironic that I'm Irish, but it's fine. What's your favorite form of potato?
Straight potato, or are we talking sweet potato?
Your favorite form of potato.
That doesn't answer my question. Are we talking just regular potato? Or are we
You need to make the call, Derek. You need to make the call.
There's so many forms of it. That's the problem. Is potato can be in literally every single form.
Answer the question.
I'm thinking about it.
Now you're going to make me Google how many forms of potato there are.
There's a lot of forms of potato. It can be made for vodka. That's one of them. I'm sure that's some chick named Karen. That's her favorite form of potato. You got mashed taters. You got tater tots. You have French fries. You have twice baked potatoes. You have baked potatoes. There's so many different. You have potato chips. You can fry the shit. There's so many different forms of potatoes. What's my favorite form of potato?
Do you like potato skins, potato chips?
That's what I'm saying.
French fries, hash browns.
Hash browns is a good one too.
Adirondack blue potatoes, red potatoes, tater tots, roasted potatoes.
It's another good one.
Baby potatoes.
It's another
Dude,
good one.
gnocchi is a potato?
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No. Since when is a gnocchi? I thought it was like a pasta. Since when is it a potato?
No, it's a potato.
Are you? That's why I like gnocchi so much. It's because it's a potato.
So does that change your answer now?
I think it does. I have to text my wife immediately. I did not know gnocchi is a potato.
I love when you say it because you hard emphasize gnocchi.
I used to call it ganache.
Oh god.
Because I didn't know how to pronounce it, and you were there for that.
I just tried to shield you from the embarrassment.
Well, and then
I just didn't know what you were talking about. Isn't ganache something else?
It's a dessert.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that's what I'm saying.
It's a dessert element.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a ganache is almost like a. It's almost like a buttercream that you would put with like a cake, with the sponge. Ganache it's a filling essentially. It's so good.
But it's not a gnocchi.
It's 100% not a gnocchi.
Did Kelly text back yet?
No, not yet. I just sent it. She's at work. I also don't like the spelling of gnocchi.
Well, it's Italian, man. What do you want? They also spell bologna with a GNA at the end.
That's
what do
true.
you want from them?
That's true.
So does that change your favorite form of potato?
My favorite form of potato is a gnocchi. Gnocchi. I didn't know that was a thing.
I don't know, man. My favorite form of potato. I don't know if I can really like say.
Gnocchi and mashed potatoes are my
It has to
fave.
be mashed potatoes for me because I would say French fries because I love a good French fry. I can house some French fries.
I want to go to
especially
Chick-fil-A
sweet
right
potato
now.
fries, dude. My work as these things. They're Chipotle cinnamon sweet potato fries. They're the best freaking thing I've ever had in my life. I get them as much as I possibly can without dying. Like that's my
Are they offered every day?
every single day. And it's tough for me not to buy them every single day. And the other thing about it, it's only $1.50.
For how many? Like a basket?
A big box full of them. You put sweet potato fries in front of me for $1.50 that are Chipotle cinnamon, I'm going to buy them every time. So that's my dilemma.
Can I go there and buy them without them knowing?
Without the so you're stealing them?
No, sweetheart.
Oh.
I'm saying, like, do I have to be an employee to buy these?
No, you just got to download the app, or you come with me for lunch one day, and we just bang out a whole thing, and then we'll eat sweet potato fries.
Do they come with honey? Do you need honey?
Yeah, they come with honey. Are you kidding me? And you can get honey mustard too, which sounds weird, but it's amazing on sweet potato fries.
There's so much to this.
That's what I'm saying. So now you're telling me to choose my favorite potato. I would have to say, like, the way that I make potatoes. First, okay, let's dive into how you actually make mashed potatoes. Do you make mashed potatoes? Have you made them before?
Yeah. What? I'm Irish, bro. What do you mean?
Aren't grits potatoes too? What are grits?
No, grits is corn mash.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. So
That's southern nonsense.
So when you make mashed potatoes, how do you make them? You take them, you put them in cubes,
Yeah.
obviously.
Yeah,
Then
boil.
you boil the water. You
Yep.
get them all nice and where a fork can go right through them and basically mashes itself. Then you
Yep.
mash the thing with the potato masher.
Yep.
Get one of those nice fancy ones where you're not cleaning it for 45 years.
Correct.
You're getting a good one where you mash it up nice and sweet.
Yep.
And then
And I like them somewhat chunky. And then you can add sour cream and butter.
Oh, you like them chunky, huh?
Somewhat chunky.
Like chunky to the fact where you're
Not-
biting through an actual potato piece?
No.
Okay.
But like a chunk here and there. You know what I mean? Like a little, ooh, how you doing?
So like a thick, like 1C. We're not going
Correct.
2 or 3Cs.
No. And I don't want cream mashed potatoes. I don't, you know what I mean? Like the Jolly Green Giant of corn. I don't want that of mashed potatoes, the equivalent.
Right. So you're adding sour cream. Love that. You're adding butter. Love that.
Duh. Yukon Gold potatoes.
Okay. Garlic. Are you adding garlic?
I can. I'm not
Okay.
opposed to it. But if I'm going like tradish, I'll keep the garlic
I
out.
gotcha, yeah. What about like cheese? Do you add cheese to your mashed potatoes?
Not generally, no.
Okay.
Mashed potatoes, I'm pretty straightforward.
You save the cheese for the twice baked potatoes.
Correct. If I'm having cheesy mashed potatoes,
You're having cheesy mashed potatoes.
I'm having cheesy, and it's specified on the menu. You know what I mean? Well, what about scalloped potatoes?
Dude, I know there's
What
so many good ways.
What
to
about
have
O'Brien's
potato.
potatoes with the Kellogg's on top?
So I used to work with this guy. His name
I
is
think those are my favorite, Derek. I think those are my favorite forms of potatoes. I think O'Brien's Irish with Kellogg's cornflakes on top is my favorite form of potato.
those are awesome.
And you can't beat that
Yeah.
because you got the cheese on the inside and it's twice baked because you're baking it while you're making, you know what I mean?
And you get the crunch on the top.
I can't. O'Brien's baked potato. Well, you know what I mean. O'Brien's potatoes are my favorite form of potato.
That's your final answer?
That's my final answer, Derek. And then my secondary option is mashed potatoes, and my tertiary option is a gnocchi.
So you're moving gnocchi down to 3.
Well, O'Brien's came out. O'Brien's came out to play, and that changed the whole dynamic of the tone. You know what I mean? I could crush O'Brien's potatoes, and the Madden side of my family. Oh, Derek, I mean they make amazing O'Brien potatoes, and how do you say no to that?
Do you like pierogies?
Yeah,
Have you ever had potato pierogies?
yes, I've also thrown them up. So give and take.
Why?
I got real drunk at Vigilia, Christmas Eve. A lot of Polacks, a lot of butter. Didn't sit well. Goldschlager at midnight for a cheers. Didn't work out. Went a little hard. So I tossed them up. So they're not in my top 5.
Okay. But that's not, I wouldn't necessarily call that. Pierogies are not a potato.
No, correct.
Potatoes inside a pierogi.
Correct.
So, O'Brien, mashed potatoes, and then gnocchi. That's your 3.
Yeah, what are your? I thought that was your 3. I was about to freak out.
No, we're not that similar. I would say mine have to be Mashed potatoes number one. I love a good mashed potato. You put something that is so buttery and creamy, and like I like a little cheese in my mashed potatoes. I make these mashed potatoes that have garlic in them, butter, sour cream, and like a little like a Gouda cheese in there.
Ooh, a little Gouda,
Dude, a little
huh?
Gouda. I love my Gouda cheese.
You got to sprinkle on that little Gouda.
Yeah, hell yeah, you do. And you put that in front of me, I'll crush that. So mashed potatoes are 100% my number one. Number two, I'd probably, now that you said O'Brien's, I would probably throw that up there for sure. O'Brien's mashed potatoes, or O'Brien's potatoes are amazing. Number three, I would probably say sweet potato fries. If I go somewhere and they tell me, like, I'm ordering a dinner, right? And they tell me you can have mashed potatoes, twice baked potatoes, potato skins, potato fries, sweet potato fries, 100%, 95% of the time, I'm choosing the sweet potato fries option. Sweet potato fries are amazing.
They're also in my top 5.
Yeah.
Sweet potato and then waffle fries. Normal white potato. Waffle fries are in my top 5. So I go sweet potato as number 4, and then waffle fries as my 5th.
Okay, I would probably go waffle fries 5th. So what would be my number 4 then? My number 4 would be...
That's why I'm so addicted to Chick-fil-A. Because if I go to Chick-fil-A, Zaddy's going to be picking up waffle fries. You know what I mean? Like, I can't say no to that. Because that's an option.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing after this.
Going to Chick-fil-A, bro. What are your thoughts on, like, tater tots? Are you a big fan of tater tots?
I don't mind them. I mean, I spice them up. If I make tater tots, I put them in a bowl. I add some hot sauce, a little ketchup, and some pepper, and then a dash of salt, and then I mix it, and I toss it. Sometimes I'll do hot sauce and blue cheese, and I'll toss them with some pepper, and then I'll have that, right? Like, it's a hit and a miss. If it's a cheat meal and I'm real gross, say I'm drunk or I'm hungover, I'll order a hot blue sub, which is a chicken finger sub, full size, and then I'll get tater tots, and then I'll have hot sauce and blue cheese, tossed tater tots with some pepper.
I gotcha.
And then I'll basically just spend the rest of the day unbelievably bloated, drinking some water, laying
Feeling
on the
real
couch.
gross.
Yeah, feeling horrendous. But that's my cheat meal hangover meal, you know?
Yeah. So what are your thoughts on poutine then? Have you ever had, like, true poutine from Canada?
Yeah, once or twice. It's a thing. I think it's more of like a delicacy where, like, I'll have it, I'll enjoy it, but I'm not seeking it.
So what about, like, loaded fries? Because places in Buffalo, it's not the same, but, like, loaded fries, places in Buffalo do that a lot. Do you like them?
Yeah, I don't mind them. I kind of put them on the same scale as nachos. I got to be in the mood for it because it's just too much. I'm still, I'm fairly traditional, you know?
Yeah, I hear you. So number 4 for me would probably be, like, a nice hash brown.
Okay.
I love hash browns, too. I like that fried stuff.
Are we
which is
talking,
probably
like,
explaining me?
Are we
as a
talking
person.
Denny's hash browns or poked yolk hash browns? You know what I'm saying? You know the difference,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, I do
They
know
got
the
like the
difference.
shredded grid mix at Denny's, and that's their hash brown that's loaded in butter. And then they have poked yolk, has like cubed and diced. Well, it's cubed.
It's probably
potatoes
that one with, like, a little rosemary or something in it. Like
yeah,
the
rosemary, and then
good-
they got pepper and
yeah.
onion on top.
Yeah, it would probably be those.
And then you would get that with like eggs Benedict, and then you would have
Correct,
the
yeah.
runny egg run over the. You know what I mean?
yeah, you're hitting it right on the head.
Yeah. For me, those are number 6.
Okay, so kind of to that point, how do you like your eggs? Are you a scrambled guy, or do you like them over easy, over medium, over hard? Who likes over hard? First of all, it's weird.
Correct. I like over easy and scrambled. Those
Okay.
are my two. Those are the
Oh,
only
yeah.
two options that I live my life by.
Yeah, I like that. I
Well-
can get behind that.
Over like sunny side up over easy.
Yeah.
Yeah, you just crack the egg, let it cook, and then you just slide it over some toast and let that oak run.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Okay,
You gotta
yeah.
let that oak run. As
Yeah.
soon as you start getting to, like, the sunny or the over hard, where you're cutting into it and it's like you just hard boiled an egg. Like, I'm not down for that. I
No.
need the juices running.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah,
At least we're on the same page there.
I want to be a barbarian when I eat eggs. You know what I mean? Like let it run down my little goatee.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I need a napkin. Yeah, one of those.
I don't need a napkin. I just get all of it back. You know.
That's a
Save
lot.
it for later.
That's a lot to visualize. But I support you in that journey. I do.
I like that though. I like our top 5 taters. I don't know if I would have thought about putting them in order like that. You know.
So to round it out, Colleen's like, "Yeah, how did you learn that?" I was like, "Podcast." Okay, so If you were in charge of choosing the food for a food eating competition that you were also taking part in, what food would you pick?
I was telling Gina this the other day because my favorite food group,
How did this come up in conversation for a food eating competition?
Not food eating competition.
Okay.
I'm just saying food in general because I could crush this type of food and I can have it literally every day because there's so many different ways that you can make this food. Easy for me, pizza, 100%. I can crush pizza and I can do it without even caring. Like the amount of pizza that I can consume should put me in a psych ward, 100%.
There was a time. This is pre-Derek weight loss. You were at your heaviest, but you were also like you weren't unhealthy type deal. Like,
I mean, I was pretty unhealthy. I was 265 at one point. That's a big boy.
yeah, but like you were never gross.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Yeah. So okay. So we were working on. Were we riding? We were I think we were just hanging out.
This was pre-podcast, too.
Oh, 100%. Way pre-podcast. Yeah. This is like, what year was it? 13, 14, 15 range? I mean, the podcast started in 19.
I didn't buy my bike until 2015. Yeah, because I was still living at home when I bought my bike. And then I moved it to my new house when I bought my new house in 2015. So it was 2015.
It was 2015. We were here. We were in your basement. Macy's Place first came out.
Here?
Yeah, Macy's.
No. So I moved here 2019.
Where were we then? No. You closed here at 2019?
Yeah. I closed Kennedy 2015. So I was there for 4 years.
What did you weigh in 2019?
If you go back and look at the interview that we did with Western New York Heroes,
Yeah.
we took a picture there, dude. 265 there. That was the heaviest I've ever
So
been.
it was around then. It was 18, 19 time frame.
Mm-hmm.
We got a pizza. And it was because we were talking about the double stack. We didn't end up getting the double stack that night. We got food from right up the street.
Mm-hmm.
And I had like 2 or 3 slices like a pig. And it was the first time I realized how fast you can eat pizza.
Oh yeah.
And I never seen that side of you before. Not that I was like turned on, but I was like, he could keep up with, like, he beat me and I eat fast. I'm like, that was like, we were gaining levels of friendship.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, this dude can never leave my life.
He
Like,
can house some
yeah,
Saab,
I was
bro.
like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
this is unbelievable. It was like 3-4 bites, and the triangle slice of an slice pie was gone. And I was like, this is pros.
Yeah.
I mean, this is pro league level eating. Would you do a pizza food eating competition?
I think so. And at that point, you might as well go all out and get that 1 pound Macy's double stack. No,
1
honestly,
pound per slice.
if I was to honestly do a pizza eating contest, it would have to be something that isn't heavy. So basically, buffalo pizza's out, because if you realistically have 5 slices of buffalo pizza, you're in a comatose state. There's no way you can do it.
Correct. We got to go to Detroit or New York.
Even Detroit, though, like, so their deep dish stuff, New York style is
No. Chicago's deep dish is too much. That's an actual pie. Detroit.
Isn't Detroit like an actual pie too?
Yeah, but it's a little different. It's a little different.
Okay. And you think that a pizza eating competition would work with Detroit pizza?
Yeah, just because of the sauce consistency.
I gotcha.
However, if we're going, I mean, I think it would have to be New York.
Yeah.
For a food eating competition, it would have to be New York. They're thin, but you're
Yeah.
getting all the elements you need ingredient wise.
Because we saw that dude that like food eating champion try to house a whole Macy's double stack. Remember that when Nick put that on, and Sexy Slices put that on. Forgot about that. Well, how is he doing? Speaking of pizza eating competitions, I haven't heard from that dude in forever.
We need to check on
Is
him.
he still okay?
We need to check on him.
He was doing a pizza like a day, dude. I hope he's still okay.
Is he posting?
No, I haven't seen anything from him like since we interviewed him.
I'm gonna search him now.
Yeah, I don't know the last time that he's actually posted. genuinely concerned. I had this thought like about a year ago because he hasn't posted in that long.
I'm searching him. Hold on. I mean, we need. He's still there.
But when was the last time he posted?
August 5th, 2020. He stopped
That's what
during
I'm
the
saying,
pandemic.
dude. Yeah. I hope he's okay because I have not heard from him.
He's got 9,000 followers, and he's just done.
But he was at like 15, I think, at one point.
Damn.
Yeah.
Oh, I worry about him.
I
All right.
hope he's okay.
Yeah.
I mean, you eat that much pizza, it's tough to continue doing. Like, that's why I'm kind of surprised that Portnoy still does his
rating.
his one bite.
I know.
But I think that he's so rich that he doesn't care if he spends $20 a day on a pizza or whatever. He has one piece and then he gives it to somebody. Did you see that dude that that he had on his one pizza review that had no arms? Did you ever see that pizza review?
No.
There was this dude that walked by. You got to find it, but he had no arms, but he was pulling a luggage somehow. Don't know how that was possible, but the guy was filming Portnoy, and Portnoy's giving his whole spiel. He's like, we're doing a pizza review here, and then the guy walks by and he says something completely nonsensical. Doesn't make any sense. And then he starts walking away, and Portnoy didn't say anything because he's like, I'm legitimately speechless. I don't know who that guy is. He's got no arms. And then the camera goes over to him and then goes back to Portnoy and he goes, how's he pulling the suitcase? Because he's got no arms. But anyway, it just came out that he was arrested for stabbing somebody or something like that.
The dude with no arms? Yeah. He has no arms and he stabbed somebody?
Or something stupid like that. I'm like, Jesus Christ. So Portnoy posted that review again, and it just made me laugh so hard. It was such a funny moment. But even then, I mean, you eat pizza every single day. I think I could do it. Pizza is such a beautiful food because you can have it in so many different ways. You can have buffalo style, but then you can also go to hydraulic hearth and crush a flatbread brick oven pizza that has like chicken, balsamic, arugula on it. And I'm like, I'm eating healthy tonight.
To a degree. It's a lot of dough.
It is a lot of dough.
Yeah.
And I feel like I turned 30 and I started developing like this gluten intolerance now. So I feel like I can't have too much pizza anymore. But man, I did the other night. Gina was out with her friends. She went to that new.
Why didn't you call me?
I think you were busy. She went to that new restaurant with her friends that is in Salvatore's or something like that. Or it's next to Salvatore's. I don't know. It starts with a P, Primo, or I don't know, weird. But I was like, okay, I'm going to go get hydraulic hearth and get pizza, then bring it back home. And I did, and I crushed it. It was so good.
That's amazing.
I love hydraulic hearth pizza.
I love that restaurant.
Yeah.
That restaurant bar is amazing. I think I would do nachos.
How would you do it, though? Like, based off of weight
Poundage.
consumed?
Yes.
Okay.
How many pounds of nachos did you eat? And then I would probably be a savage about it. You know, a lot of jalapenos.
Okay, so what is Mike Kelly's makeup of the perfect nacho dish?
I mean, it's pretty stereotypical. I mean, you got, tortilla chips, cheese, beef, and chicken.
Oh, you're doing both, the beef and chicken double stack?
It's my ideal.
Okay.
It's my ideal.
I like it.
Otherwise, there's two different options. You can pick which one. Queso, jalapenos, and then a different cheese over the top. I think that's, and then sour cream, guac, and then I think that's the ideal.
Are you you go out to a Mexican restaurant? Let's say you and I go out for a nice little date night to Casa Azul. Are you a guac girl or are you a sour cream girl? If you have to pick one,
Guac
or
guac.
A salsa girl.
Well, salsa and chips has to be consumed in the beginning. You have to do that. First margarita is being paired with chips and salsa.
But I'm telling you right now, you can only choose salsa or guac.
Wait, what?
You can only choose salsa or guac.
Are
Which
you
one
talking? Are we talking about like the actual meal, or are we talking about like from start to finish? Because when I first show up, and the Mexican place doesn't give me chips and salsa and a drink to start before I even order my entree, I'm leaving because you're not a Mexican place. I mean, that's like culturally, that's fact. Like that's what they do. They give you chips and salsas. Hey, how you doing? It's the same thing as table beer in Germany. Like it's. You
like
have
little
to do
bruschetta
that.
bread in Italy.
Yeah, you have to do that. You just have to do that. Chips and salsa is the thing. It's on the table.
But like if you go
it's like bread and oil.
But if you go to like a boutique not boutique, but like a upper class.
You still get chips and salsa.
No, you don't.
You do, because they're illegals. They're working in the U.S., and they're making unbelievable food, and they should never be deported, because those people are like,
Jesus Christ.
they're angels sent from heaven. When here's the thing.
You're God.
Yeah, to that point, here's the thing. There are so many amazing Mexican restaurants in Buffalo, and when Uncle Donnie was here, they were all closing because ICE was kicking them out of the country because they were illegal. There's pros and cons to these policies.
Right.
That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
There's pros and cons because the food now sucks. Okay? The best food is from people that didn't have a green card.
I will say, though, one of the best Mexican places, Don Juan.
Don Juan makes good food.
Don Juan slaps.
It does slap.
So I'm telling you, you get
I
you're
want
ordering
chips and salsa
you're
at Don
ordering-
Juan before I show up for the entree. I want chips and salsa. If you're not giving me chips and salsa, I'm still leaving. You have to.
But like, what if they tell you we give you chips? You choose between salsa or guac.
Before my entree,
Yeah,
I still probably hit that guac.
you hit the guac still.
I think I still hit that guac.
Are you an avocado fan? Like outside of guac?
Like in salads?
Yeah, like in everyday life.
Yeah. I like avocado sandwiches, avocado salads, sandwiches, normal guac, chunky, like just a little slice of avocado on something.
Yeah, see, like that's what going back to the whole egg conversation. My ideal breakfast right now is a nice slab of multigrain toast.
Not sourdough.
Not sourdough, multigrain toast right now. Because
love
right now
sourdough.
I got this whole gluten thing going on. So I've been eating multigrain.
Get over
trying
it
to-
and eat sourdough.
So I've been doing multigrain toast, put a little butter on it, put some everything bagel seasoning, getting my real white girl on, slicing up some avocados, making a nice little spread on top of that everything bagel seasoning, and then putting a over easy egg right over top of that, a little more everything bagel seasoning. Best thing in the world.
I had that last night.
Did you really?
Yeah, Colleen couldn't finish hers. so I ate it. And it was amazing. We do that all the time.
It's so good.
Yeah, avocado toast with an egg. You can't beat that.
Yeah, I never really liked avocados until honestly I met Gina. I never had avocado on everything.
Really?
Yeah.
The first time I had guac, I was so confused. It was 2009. I just moved into my buddy Corey's house, and he made it, and I was like, what is this green stuff? He's like, it's guacamole. Where are you going? He's like, it's guacamole. I was like, what is that? He's like, it's like a fruit vegetable thing. Like, eat it. It's good for you. It's good for your skin. Antioxidants. Eat it with chips. I'm like, it's green. And he goes, well, yeah, eat it. I was like, okay. So I tried it. And then I did the... That was it. It's been like
you've been
13...
hooked since then?
Yeah, it's a good 13, 15 years since then. I'm just crushing
Love that.
guac.
So good.
And I would make... I actually asked my buddy who's like a nutritionist, and I was like, is there a such thing as too much guac? He goes, well, how much, like, what are you doing? I'm like, dude, I'm having like 2 avocados every 4 days because I'm making guac at home. You know, like I'll smash it, add salsa, salt, pepper. I'll get the consistency right, and then I'll just sit there and crush a bowl of guac that I make out of avocados fresh for me. He's like, I mean, everything in moderation. He goes, you might want to tone it down a little bit, but like you're okay. I was like, all right. He's like, just keep working out. I was like, okay, sounds good. He's like, just burn it.
Yeah, because it's all healthy fat.
To a degree, yeah. Even the healthy fats can stack up.
Well, obviously.
Right.
Even water can kill you eventually.
Correct. And that was his point. So I was like, all right, fine. But yeah. So.
I love that, dude. What a good conversation today. We are at 45 minutes now.
No way.
Yeah, way.
Hold on.
Hold on. I got to get going. I got to pick up my dryer. My dryer started on fire. So.
If you were a condiment, what would you be and why?
A condiment? Probably Magnum extra. Oh, condiment. I gotcha. There's so many good condiments. You're asking such broad questions, and it's putting me through a rabbit hole here because I like so many different condiments. I'm a huge ketchup fan. I love ketchup. Like ketchup
Yeah,
and
but
sweet
are
potato
you
tots.
ketchup?
No, I'm not ketchup because ketchup's bland. I'm not bland. I would probably say sriracha. That's the condiment that I am.
You're sriracha? You're sriracha. What do you think
Yeah.
I am?
Vinegar.
You think I'm vinegar? What made you come to that conclusion?
I don't know. Because you make me have a sour face every time I see it. I have no idea.
I
You
think
can also
I'm more,
clean windows. That's what vinegar's used for, too.
wow. I think I'm more like Dijon mustard.
Dijon
you know?
mustard.
Yeah. What is the name for Dijon mustard? The something on blue or whatever. What's the little glass jar called?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
Come on, stop the nonsense.
Something on blue?
Yeah, come on. You know what it is.
Not cordon bleu.
No, that's a dish. Dijon mustard, glass container. What is this called?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
I got it.
What?
I was super close. Grey Poupon. The Grey Poupon is a good Dijon mustard. I think that's what I
You
am.
were super close.
Yeah, super close. What did I say it was?
Something on blue.
Yeah, something on blue, and it's Grey Poupon. It's the same thing. That's a Mikeism if I ever heard
there's
one.
a color thrown in there at some point. There's a
Grey Poupon. I think that's what I am as a
So
condiment.
why, though?
Little bit of fancy, little bit of kick, and then it's good with most things. Grey Poupon adds an element to each dish. I think it works well, and then you never forget it. It's you don't forget Grey Poupon. You just don't. And it's really good with, pigs in a blanket. It's really good with the small wieners.
In a blanket.
In a blanket.
Yeah, I mean that's good. I would probably maybe then if you're gonna go that route, I wouldn't say sriracha would be me because sriracha doesn't really relate to me at all. I just use it a lot. What do I want? I say that like every single night with Gina, and she's getting very sick of it. What condiment would I be? I don't know. What would you think I would be? That's a tough question to ask somebody. Just go up on the street and be like, hey, what condiment do you think I am? I feel like I'm a...
Part of me feels like blue cheese is what you are.
I feel like I'm Frank's hot sauce. Because I actually am 70%, not 70% water. I'm 70% Frank's because I use it on literally everything. But I add a nice little salty and a little bit of a kick to everything. It's just like, that's who I am. You either like me or you don't type thing, Like, you're either a fan of me or you're a fan of my weird cousin, that, weird Mexican hot sauce. No one likes that.
I could see that. I could see you being Frank's hot sauce. I kind of thought that, but hot sauce was the nickname back from forever ago.
Was your nickname?
Mm-hmm.
Why?
Long story. I agree that Frank's hot sauce is what you would be as a condiment.
All right, so we got Frank's hot sauce and Dijon mustard.
Yeah.
Those don't go very well together, though.
No.
Ew, David.
But it's fine. It's fine. So what
Maybe
do you...
I'd be escargot.
What do you... Leave a comment. What do you think we are as condiments? Let us know. And then what do you think you are as condiment?
Yeah, right.
Let us know. I think it's going to be fascinating. That's a good
It would
poll.
be very interesting. I love it. Let's put that on our social media story when this goes live. What condiment do you think you are? Everyone's going to be like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, watch today's episode.
Hell yeah.
Then you'll know.
Love that. Well, thank you, everybody, for joining today's discussion, episode 1. I don't even know what episode we're on anymore. It's all blurred. Thank you for tuning in. If you did enjoy today's conversation, let us know in the comments down below. And please remember, always drink responsibly, be a good person. And Michael,
Do not litter.
we're out.